Hi all, Hal here with more with more space engineers. Let's get the game straight, right? Alright, so let's just say happy Tuesday everybody. Hope you're having a fantastic day and that you had a fabulous weekend. So for the folks who didn't see the live stream, let me bring you up to date really quick with what we've got going on. As you can see here, we have a new entrance that has been built out. We've got all sorts of stuff going on downstairs, and we are working on a new ship. So we've got a lot to do, a short time to get there, so let's go. Okay, so I went ahead and got started on the ship. Just let me show you what we've got going on. I'm basically working on the cockpit area because I wanted to make sure I had basically the shape that I wanted for it before we got too far into it. Now, let me fly in here really quick. Okay, so we've got an air vent down here. Everything will be piped in. This will basically allow this area to be pressurized. As you can see, we've got windows, basically a wraparound with a small flight system in here, with, you know, the for the lack of a better term, a poor man's airlock, because we are not using some of the things that I would normally be using, like the corridors plus the what is it, the intersections and more, I think is what the actual mod's called. Basically the new interior block thing where it made the intersections and stairs and a bunch of other things. So what we're doing is, in an attempt to keep this as vanilla as possible, we basically are going to be building, for lack of a better term, a mobile base. What we're going to be doing is eventually we are going to be turning on the corruption mod, and I want to do that this week, probably at the end of the week. But before we get there, we need a ship that we're going to be able to travel around, do what we need to do, and, you know, gather the things up that we need to gather. Because I want to basically be able to go out and go do some exploring and, you know, have some fun with what's going on. We do a lot of building on the channel. I think everybody knows that. And I thought it'd be nice to be able to do something a little different. Right. So what we're doing here is we're going to go ahead and put a couple of refineries in. And the way we've got this piped in is, let me go ahead and kill that for a second. So down here, under the directly above the keel, we actually have, that's the vent for the oxygen to feed the bridge. We've got a conveyor cube, or connector I should say, right? We've got the conveyor tube, and then we have another connecting. What this allows us to do is make sure everything is piped through together. And we're going to have this basically come back here. Oh, there we go. That's better. Run this down this way. And let's see, that's... Let's check something here really quick. Okay, so this is the area where the connector is. What we are going to do is we're going to put a couple of assemblers in. Let's go ahead and grab that. And what I want is I want to have you go there. We're going to flip you. Nope, that was right the first time. You go there. There we go. And what this allows us to do is we're going to basically be able to put upgrade modules on both sides, so these will be fully upgraded and tied into the system. We're then going to have upgrade modules here, and I'm going to actually have where this lower block is will become the actual keel. And the reason I'm doing this is I want to be able to wrap this whole thing so that it becomes airtight. And what I may end up doing, because this is only one wide, so if I was using the passageway mod, I'd actually be able to have this whole thing be airtight in here without worrying about it. But because of the way everything is set up, we're basically going to have a situation where we have, I'm not going to leave these in here like this, but effectively this is what you're going to end up with. You're going to end up with a hallway that goes down through here, and it's going to continue through like that. All right. Now, I'm actually not going to use those. Let me go ahead and, instead of putting placeholders in that we have to come back and remove, let's just go ahead and do it right the first time. No, that was not what I wanted to do. There we go. And then we are going to grab interior blocks. There we go. And that allows us to have those upgraded. Alright, and I think we're going to do a little bit of this. And what I'm wondering here, I'm thinking because of the way that we've got everything set up, we basically are going to have these systems continue out like that. Of course, we have that there. That is actually going to be airtight no matter what we do. So maybe if we do something like, oh, I don't know. Something like this, maybe. And then okay, so that's going to be the upgrade modules. So that's going to have to come down one more, and then we bring this back in like so. Alright. And that means we do need to take these out. Where did we do that? Second one back. Okay. I may actually move those back one so that we have... I guess that would work. Maybe I'll move them up one. Because if I move it up one, what we can do... I'll take you out. We do that. Yeah, let's do that. Come here, you. Alright, so basically make it look like they're just kind of strapped in there, right? And then you are going to go like so. There we go. Take that out. And we're going to go ahead and place one more of these in here. Right. And then we'll have this basically wrap through here. Come on. There we go. All right. And just one more in there. All right, so that gives you an idea of basically what we're looking at here for overall design. One more. There we go. So I'm thinking that should work fairly well because we can then take this and tie that in. And you are going there to there. Let's see here. So if we take you out. Alright. So it's going to go something like this. Flip you around. Okay. It's actually, looks like this might work out pretty well. Alright, so I'm thinking what we're going to do from here is I'm probably going to go ahead, basically just do this, the rest of this up as a bit of a time lapse here. That's going to come out, that'll eventually come out once we have everything a little bit further along so that we can actually keep it all together. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit more of this as a time lapse, so sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Was told that you belong on the riverside, looking far from being strong, turning from the tide. I went down to see you there. Your eyes were dark said. If you give love, you get love in return. If you only knew you had so many bridges left to burn. You put your trust in all that wealth. You measure all in what you own. You don't worry about your health, but you do fear being left alone. You may double your guards, but no one really knows about your house of cards that the wind blows. I was always by your side, and it's time to set it straight. No more talk about your fast life. If you want it, then you have to wait. I see your every flaw. I see your home made out of straw while the wind blows. You cannot change. Oh no, you cannot change. Yeah, you can change your ways. A secret well kept, but everyone knows. You try to keep it so still, but the wind blows. All the while the wind blows.
welcome back all. Excuse me. Alright, so as you can see, we basically have most of a ship at this point. Now I haven't put any of the thrusters on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and weld this thing up. And the next time we get together, we'll be at the live stream later today over here on the YouTube side. And what we will do is during that is we'll start working on the engine array. So basically, I'm thinking we're going to go something very similar to the if you're familiar with Star Wars, the blockade runner, where we'll end up with big old engine nacelles off to the side and at the rear, and then we'll pipe in some ion thrusters, and maybe, just maybe, we'll put in some hydrogen as well. Now, I'm not expecting this thing to, this ship to basically land on planets. The idea is that the ships that we have in the docking bay back here, in our little hangar, will be able to do what we need to do. So if we're going to do something where we're going to planet side, we'll have something with atmospherics and probably hydrogen. If we're doing something with, space, which is going to be most of it, most likely, we'll have the ion drive like we already do. Now, you'll notice I did not put a jump drive on this yet. What I'm planning to do is we're going to have the jump drive in the nacelle area. And I do think that what we'll do is we'll have this basically come out and around. We'll round this off, and we'll have a couple of jump drives on both sides. And we might, I don't know, we might pipe in some hydrogen. I haven't decided yet, so we'll figure that out during the next live stream. Anyway, it's been a long day. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the bobs, let this thing start getting welded up. But I'm going to go ahead and call this one here. I want to thank you all for stopping in. If you enjoyed it, make sure you hit those like buttons. If you haven't done so already and want to see more, be sure to subscribe. And if you have any questions or comments, always feel free to throw them down in the section below. Alright, so let's get this stuff going. We're going to turn these guys on first. And we're going to turn on all of the bulbs. There you go. Oh, okay, so I think that's most of this. It'll be interesting to see how it actually turns out. Alright, anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Have a terrific week. And we'll see you back here next time for more Space Engineers. As always, folks, take care and be safe out there, everybody. Now to let her weld up. Oh, yeah.